Cappelli is nationally recognized and endorsed by Action for Children's Television for achievements in children's programming.
Won't you gather round, sit down on the ground, swaying to and fro. Happy, don't you know? I'm smiling, you smiling, happy together, singing a song with you. Let me hear. So they can hear. You hear them? Come on. Good. Well, welcome to Cappelli and Company. You know, this is Cappelli and Company, and my name is Frank Cappelli. You know what this is? A traffic light. And a traffic light helps us do what? Cross the street. Don't be shy. It helps us cross the street. And to be safe, we should learn how to read a traffic light. And that is, when it's red, what do you do on a red light?
Stop.
On green?
Go.
On yellow, I tell my children to be very, very careful. Well, we're going to watch a song called Look Both Ways. I wrote this song for my little son, because my little son was at the age where he didn't know what to do when he would cross the street. So I wrote this song to remind him.
What you must remember when you cross the street, cross the street, cross the street. What you must remember when you cross the street, cross the street each day. You must know the colors, red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green. You must know the colors, red, yellow, green. You must know what they mean. On red you stop, on green you go, on yellow be careful, you know. What you must remember when you cross the street, cross the street, cross the street. What you must remember when you cross the street, look both ways. Look left, look right. Make sure it's clear. Look left, look right. Be careful, my dears. On red you stop, on green you go, on yellow be careful, you know. What you must remember when you cross the street, cross the street, cross the street. What you must remember when you cross the street, look both ways.
All right. You've been asking where the ducks. You've been calling us here at Cappelli and Company. When are we going to see the ducks? All right, take a good look. Here we have the ducks. All right, the song you've all been waiting for. So you want to be a duck, you want to be a duck in the quack, quack, quack.
Quack, quack, quack.
All right, you people at home, you heard them. You do quack, quack, quack when I say quack, quack, quack. And also, try and do what they do too. You ready? Ready? So you want to be a duck, you want to be a duck in the quack, quack, quack.
Quack, quack, quack.
So you want to be a duck, you want to be a duck in the quack, quack, quack. So you want to be a duck? All right, ducks. Put your right hand under your right armpit. Right hand. Put your left hand under your left armpit and flap your arms. Ah, pretty good. So you want to be a duck? You want to be a duck and quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. So you want to be a duck? You want to be a duck and quack, quack, quack. Quack, so you want to be a duck? Ah. All right, now, ducks, just lean over and bend your knees a little bit. Good. Just lean over and bend your knees a bit and flap your arms. Ah, good, ducks, good. So you want to be a duck, you want to be a duck and quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. So you want to be a duck, you want to be a duck and quack, quack, quack. Quack, so you want to be a duck. Ah, all right, ducks, you ready? Now wiggle, waggle, all over the area. Come on, ducks, wiggle, wiggle, waggle, all over the area here and flap those arms. Ah, are you flapping at home? You want to be a duck, you want to be a duck and quack, quack, quack. So you want to be a duck, you want to be a duck and quack, quack, quack. So you want to be a duck. Ah, all right, ducks, wiggle, waggle, all over the area here. Come on, ducks, follow me. Wiggle, waggle, follow me. And flap your arms. Ah, come on, ducks, come on, ducks. You want to be a duck, you want to be a duck and quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. So you want to be a duck, you want to be a duck and quack, quack, quack. So you want to be a duck. Ah, ah, so you want to be a duck. Everybody, let's quack. Quack, quack, quack.
Don't go away. We'll be right back.
I'm singing, but it's raining. I'm singing, it's raining. You know, sometimes when it rains, there's lightning and there's thunder. And sometimes the lightning can be scary. But a lot of times, if we understand how things work, it doesn't appear to be that scary anymore. And I have a friend of mine who came to visit here at Cappelli and Company, and his name is John Bernardo. Let's have a nice hand for John.
Thank you.
John, thanks for coming today.
You bet, Frank.
Would you explain to us a little bit about lightning?
I'll try, Frank. It can be kind of scary, but you're right. If we understand it better, maybe we won't be as afraid. Do you ever notice when you rub things sometimes that you can build up what's like a charge and then you get a big spark from it? Or sometimes you rub things and they stick to things. Do you ever take a balloon, you rub it on your head, and then it'll stick to something?
I used to do that. When
Sure.
we were very little, we used to do that. We'd rub it against our head, and I'd stick it onto his chest. It'd stay right there.
That's
Now
it.
that's kind of a lightning.
Well, it's something very similar to that.
All right.
When you rub things together, you build up what we call a charge.
Okay.
And what happens up in the clouds is they rub together.
Two clouds would rub together.
Sure, and when they rub together long enough, they build up such a charge that it gets released all at one big time in a lightning bolt. And that's what causes lightning. And sometimes we can rub things like our cat,
Yeah.
and we'll get a little bit of a spark.
Well, I know, and maybe you too, when your mom takes things out of the dryer, you ever see sometimes how the socks are stuck together?
That's right.
Is there a charge there?
There's a charge there because they were rubbing together the whole time the dryer was turning. It's the same thing. I brought in a machine with me that creates indoor lightning. It's very similar to the lightning up in the clouds, but it's much, much calmer, not nearly as powerful. Let me show you what happens when I turn it on.
All right. I see there's a belt.
There's a
And then
belt
it's
spinning, and I have something on top of that belt that rubs against the belt, and that produces the charge. And now I've got the wig that I put on here all charged up. In fact, I can even get the eyelids to blink at you
See, it's
if I release the charge. Frank, I'd like to take the wig off, and maybe we can see
Okay.
the indoor lightning bolt that this machine will
We will see a
create
little
for
spark,
us.
or a little
we should be able to
right.
see a little bit of a spark. It's
All
going
right.
to be much smaller than the lightning that we're used to seeing
Can the
outside.
people at home, will they be able to see it too?
I think they will.
All
We
right.
can give it a try here. Just take our wig off,
right.
and I'll let it come onto this metal wand.
All right.
Ooh, there it is.
Did you see it?
I think these folks over here can see it, and I'll bring the wand over. We're getting a little bit of a spark. As I said, it's not nearly as great.
John, you have the wand in your hand. Do you feel anything in your hands?
I don't, because this handle lets me hold it without taking the charge. The charge goes down this black wire.
I see, so it doesn't hurt you.
That's right. Very similar to the electricity that we use in our homes. It goes through wires.
Well, lightning, as we all know, comes from the sky, and it can hurt us, can it?
Lightning can hurt us, Frank.
So we should still be very careful, but maybe not quite as frightened because we know where it comes from.
We know now that the lightning is created much the same way that we create a spark, except
Well,
the clouds are
If
rubbing
we're out in the
together.
storm, for the little ones here, if you're out in the storm, John, what would be your best suggestion if there is some lightning?
If you see a storm coming and you see lightning, you want to get inside somewhere. You don't want to be standing nice and tall. You certainly don't want to be the tallest thing around, because if you are, the lightning will be attracted to you, and you never want to have that happen.
Well, it's nice to know how things work. And we're going to see a song, another song, on how other things are made. These things are a little tastier. They come from a bakery, and it's called Lindsay's Bakery. Let's all watch.
Good morning, Lindsay. Good morning, Michael.
Good things to eat. Things smell so sweet at Lindsay's Bakery. Early in the morning, before the break of day, they're working hard preparing all the trays. Now as the rooster's crowing, the bread turns golden brown. The smell rises from the chimney for the town. Good things to eat. Things smell so sweet at Lindsay's Bakery. At 7 sharp it opens. A man undoes the latch. Everything at Lindsay's made from scratch.
Bye, Mom. I'm going to see Lindsay.
Now as I'm walking in the morning, I take a deep breath in. I close my eyes, I can smell that cinnamon. Lady locks and bear claws and fresh baked apple pie. So many tasty things to try. Good things
Did you do this for me?
eat. Things smell so sweet at Lindsay's Bakery. Don't go away. Cappelli and Company will be right back.
Well, we're glad you could come back because we're going to be smiling. Do you know how to smile? See a big smile out there. Show them a big smile. Look at the camera, big smile. Well, this is a song about smiling. This is a song about saying, mm-hmm. It goes like this. won't you gather round? Sit down on the ground, swaying to and fro. Happy, don't you know? I'm smiling. Hey, you smiling? Happy together, singing a song with you. Let's hear the big and loud. Now, fingers on your chin, below your silly grin on your chin. I want you all to try. Come on now, don't be shy. I'm smiling. You smiling? Happy together, singing a song with you. Let me hear. Come on. Good. Now, fingers in the sky. Come on, get them up. Get 'em up real high, stretch 'em out so far, try to grab a star. I'm smiling and you're smiling, happy together, singing a song with you. Let me hear, a little bit louder. Now say, with me. Be proud of it, you see. You all can sing along. It is a pretty song. I'm smiling and you're smiling, happy together, singing a song with you. Put your hands down and sway. Well, I'm smiling and you're smiling, happy together, singing a song with you. See what we have over here? Crayons and pencils. Well, crayons aren't usually that big. Let me see. I have a crayon here. Usually they're only really about that big. Right? We're going to see how they make crayons. Let's watch.
When we make crayons, the first thing we do is we put clear wax in heated tubs. Next, colored powder is added to the wax. The crayon maker pours the colored wax onto the molding table. The wax flows into the crayon-shaped holes. We have two kinds of crayon making machines, an old one and a new one. With the old machine, a crayon maker has to do most of the work. But with the new machines, they pretty much run by themselves. Each color of crayon has its own place. The packing machine puts the crayons into boxes. Then the boxes are sent to stores for kids all across the country.
We're sorry we have to say goodbye, but we thank you for coming today, and I hope you learned a little bit, maybe a little bit about lightning. Do you understand a little bit more about lightning? And maybe we won't be quite as afraid the next time we see it. We'll understand a little bit more of how it works. But before we go today, I have one more song, and the song is for you and for me, and it's called You and Me. How do we look together? If you need a friend to help you, you've got me. If I need a smiling face, then I've got you. It feels good inside when we decide to share our company. You and me. As I hold your hand as we go out to play, I know you'll grow up so fast in every way. As we sing and learn together, we will understand much more. We'll discover lots of secrets like the lightning that can open many doors. It feels good inside when we decide to share our company. You and me. Sing it with me. You and me. If you're having trouble with your letter B, or you can't remember what comes after C, we will work together learning. We will work it out, you'll see. You and me. If your rhyme is just not rhyming right at all, as your friend, I am the person you should call. If you're ups or downs and you're turned around, it appears a tear is near. It feels good inside when we decide to share our company. It feels good inside when we decide, yes, to share our company. Everybody, you